What's up? What's up? Y'all know life be lifing. I'm your life coach, Lala, your family, your friend. So grab y'all a seat, take a deep breath, and let's get into it. Welcome back, family and friends. I am Lala, your life coach, and thank you for joining me in another episode of Life Be Lifing and some motivation. How is this week going? It is Monday, giving you a new chance to start fresh all over again and get it done. Let's start this week off good. Make sure you got your workout in, whatever it is. Make sure you drink your water. Make sure you drink your water, cause baby, that what this skin. No makeup. I just like to wear my lipstick and my mascara, but that's about it. Um, but yes, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you guys for like, share, and subscribing. I really enjoy that. And with that being said, I'm gonna um first, I'm going to share that 30 days of doing little things just for you challenge instead of me going over them constantly. So I'm just going to go ahead and share it, share my calendar, and then you guys can work on it as we go. And then I could just check in to see, what it is, if you guys participated, what it is that you did, what you got out of it. I think I'm going to do it that way. But we're going to go ahead and jump right on into it, guys. So today, really, um, I got some really good, or I felt good. So what happened was, I went to Ethan's 12. Ethan goes to camp. So, I guess maybe one of the teachers or somebody, the coordinator was like, hey, what be motivating you or what you be motivated by? And mind you, rewind back before then, Ethan likes to stay in the room, as you know how they be on the phone. Don't want him really go outside, stuff like that. So, I was making him, because he had low self esteem. I was making him. I told him you need to go find somebody, either on YouTube or something like that, that motivates you. Find daily affirmations to help you build your self esteem back up, build your love up, and just was encouraging him to go do things for himself, because at the end of the day, yes, he's my son. I can't make him or force him to be happy. He has to find that place. He has to find what it is that helps him. As bad as I want to have a quick fix, I mean, there's no amount of medicine, counseling, or any of that things can do. Counseling helps, therapy helps, and I'm not saying meds don't help, but they could help. But at the end of the day, Ethan has to want to put in that work. You have to, anytime when it comes to working on yourself, or um, having anxiety, depression, just lacking motivation. Motivation, I feel like you cannot. It's not something you could turn on and off. You can't get motivated. You can be motivated, but every day is a choice to get up and make a decision to go to the gym. Every day is a choice to get up and make a decision to spend that 5 minutes with yourself first thing in the morning. Every day is a choice to wake up and be a parent. Every day is a choice to wake up and decide to be a good person. So that, which is what we call free will. So you have to want to do it. So I can't force him to do it as much as I would like to. But I told him to go on YouTube, find some kids or something that motivates him. And then I bought him a self love journal, and also encourage him to read the Bible, and just to pray and things like that. So he was like, okay, okay, mom. Well, I guess fast forward now, the coordinator asked him, like, who motivates you or how'd you get motivated? And he told her that he looks at my videos. And I'm like, huh? You what? And I'm like, what, on YouTube? And he was like, yeah. He was like, I watch your videos. Mind you, Ethan is in the same household that I'm in when I make the videos. But then again, he probably in his room with the headphones on, probably really not listening. But he said he is subscribed to my channel and that he sees every time I post. So that I say that to say, kids, as we know, do more of what they see. not what you tell them to do. And I really feel, I guess, honored that I asked him to go find somebody who motivates him and to go look at somebody who motivates him to help him build up his self esteem and to be able to want to work on himself and lose weight because that's what his goal is. That's where his issues is because he wants to lose weight. And the person that he chose was me. And he said that he listens to my videos when he lacks motivation and that me making these videos help him. And he's 12, y'all. He's 12. So I did not know that. I did not know there were teen kids watching my videos. So I will keep that in mind. But like I told him, I was like, sometimes your mom has a potty mouth, but that's a, here and there. Not all the time. I might say, look, because we're here and there. But um, the fact that I talk about real life problems and he can relate and he says he uses it as motivation, that just goes to show kids are a little more smarter and mature mentally wise. For him to be able to understand that and to grasp the concept in which what it is that I be talking about. Because yes, I post this content to help people, but at the end of the day, it's for me. I am on a continuous journey of discovering me, finding out what it is that I love and what I like, loving me all over again, learning me all over again. Because as the years go by, as you age, you change. You may not like the same thing you liked last year. You may not be interested in the same thing you were interested in 5, 10 years ago. So you constantly change. We constantly evolve. We constantly develop, and that's why I say I'm always a lifelong learner because with the changes and with the various things that I continue to be interested in, which I have plenty of things that I like. I have a span, a range of skills, and I like that because I get bored very easily. So I like the fact that I can have multiple ways to show my creative side, or to deal with when I want to maybe be alone, then maybe I'll go find me go go to Amazon because majority of the time you're by yourself. Everybody's working, machines are loud, things are going, conveyor belts are moving, so there's not really as much talking. There's people, but it's a place where you can get that alone time. When I want to be social, then I go out and I go to groups, I go to seminars, I go to events, things like that. So and then on top of that, like if I find an interest or I'm bored, I'll go find maybe another hobby or find something that I want to learn more about, like welding. Like 2 years ago, last year, I was doing welding. I enjoyed it. But I knew that about myself because I enjoyed industrial tech. So I know that I like to build. I know that I like to be physical. I know that I like movement. I know that I like a mixture of everything. Sometimes I like to be isolated. Sometimes I like to be chatty. Sometimes I like to work with a group of people. Sometimes I rather prefer to work at home. So I like that I have a range of skills and I'm able to utilize various avenues to make money. I enjoy doing hair sometimes, which is braiding, and so occasionally I'll do that. I got Naya to practice on that with, but I'm very proud that he did find somebody, and I'm very honored that I could be that somebody to motivate him. And even though I'm his mom and he hears me talk his head off all the time about you shouldn't do this, you need to do that, and at the end of the day, he goes and listens to my videos at the same time. So that's very, very just eye opening, just I guess reassurance that when I feel like he's not listening, he is listening. He's paying attention. He's trying to, work on himself and be a better person and lose the weight and just be consistent because that's what I tell him and that's what I tell you guys. I tell myself that just work on being consistent for 2026. The weight will come off. The goals, you'll meet them. Um, the job, you'll get it. Whatever it is that you're aiming for or going for, just be consistent in the progress, in the process, and the steps that are needed to get there. And don't beat yourself up whenever you have a hiccup or you have an off day, or you just may not be feeling it. Today I had every intention on coming home and doing some reading, and after I stayed up late last night doing some things, and then I got up. I stayed up to like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I got up at 6 o'clock to get the kids ready, and then I went to the gym. I stayed there, then I came home and took me a nap instead. Like, I was very tired. And again, you have to take care of yourself. When with weight loss, or anything, exhaustion will affect how you eat, will affect how you sleep, will affect the way you feel, your mood, your attitude, like the way you feel in life. So sleep is a good, important part of your self-love journey, of your transformation, of your weight loss journey, of your spiritual journey. Whatever it is that you're working on, make sure you're getting that sleep. Make sure you're getting water. Make sure you are putting yourself first and really taking care of yourself. Um, and I honestly, truly believe in you guys. You will get there. You will get it done. And I just got on here just to say that, and just to make a video and say hi and check in to see how things are going, and just to encourage you to continue working on yourself. And let's start Monday off great. Make sure that beginning of the week, if you don't do your workout or you don't do anything any other day of the week, I feel like the way in which you start your week, which I feel like Sunday starts my week. Sometimes I try not to work on Sundays, but because I use that day to recuperate, I do laundry, I relax, I chill, I do Naya's hair, I get everything set up for the week, like get myself together, get my assignments or whatever it is that need to be completed, submitted on time before late that evening. Um, so I say always start your week, whether that's on a Sunday or Monday, with intentions, because I honestly feel like however you start your week, it's gonna work. If you're dedicated to going to go work out, you intentionally have to get up and do it. You intentionally have to make that time. And we're all busy, and life does happen, and we all go through things. But guys, I was 387 pounds 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years, 5 years ago, and I maintained um 160 pounds for 3 years until I got pregnant with Naya a couple years, or finna be 2 years ago. She's 22 months. So she's coming up on her second birthday, and I'm coming up on my 29th right after 29th. Oh, I wish my 39th right after her. Her birthday's August 21st, and mine is August 27th. But like I said, oh, where was I going with that? Where was I going with that? Where was I going with that? You have to be intentional. You have to. There's not going to always be motivation. You're not going to always be motivated. I'm just going to be honest, and it's not easy. I've said it. I will say it till I'm blue in the face. Yes, the glow up is nice and looking good and taking care of yourself and going to get your nails done and going to get the massage and going to get your feet done. It's not always about that. Sometimes it could be just to get sleep. Sometimes it could be just to take care of yourself better. Sometimes it could be just to have better hygiene. Sometimes it could be just to you know, read a book, learn yourself more. Like, self love is not always about the glitz and the glam and the glow up. It's about the internal work, because honestly, it starts internally, and you have to heal that childhood trauma. You have to, you have to heal it. I don't care what anyone says or how you go about doing it. You have to heal it. It's a must. It's a good, like, whether you realize it or not, but the way in which you are, the way in which you interact with people, the way in which you do things, it's all associated with what you were exposed, or what you were exposed to when you were a child, when you were younger. And I say that because when I was younger, I used to be like, I feel like you very out. I used to dance all the time. I loved dancing, and as I got older, um, my my mom would say little certain things that kind of threw me off a little bit. So I kind of got discouraged and I leaned back from it. But I enjoyed dancing. I used to watch Soul Train. So I loved it. And it's just that eventually I just fell out of love with it. I don't really not fell out of love with it, but I lost interest in it more of because the way in which things were said to me when as I got up in age and wanted to keep dancing. You know how they be, oh, you being fast, you being like stuff like that. And I'm like, no, I'm being a kid. And I feel like a kid should be able to be a kid. And if an adult is looking at a kid like that, then that's a problem. That's a deep problem. And adults need to be held accountable for their actions. Because that's not okay. A kid is not being grown because he or she wants to express themselves. Um, that's part of being a child. That's part of, you know, just being you and learning yourself. So I am learning all over again to um fall back in love with those things that I like. And dancing is actually honestly one of them. That's why I'd be like dance in the room like nobody's watching. I mean that. Uh from the depths of my soul. No, shut the door. We got Nia trying to escape, y'all. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Continue to be great. Continue to put yourself first because if you're not good, then nobody else around you is good. No one else is going to pour into you. No one else is going to love you like you love you. So, with that being said, guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you again for supporting me. Share the video. Let me know how things going. My son told me I motivate him. What is it that I can do for you? Also, I am offering coaching services. So, if you need a mentor, if you need a coach, if there's something that you want to work on, or if there's some obstacles that you need, or if you're um, finding it hard to be resilient or just to move through tough things in life, if you need someone to talk to, if you want to talk about something, I got you. I'm your girl. I'm your girl. I'm your girl. And confidentiality is a must with me. You don't have to worry about it, but I just ask that you be honest, ask that you are serious and you take your healing and your journey as serious as I take mine because I value my time. I take my time serious. I take my services serious. I take my skills very serious because I've been through it. I've lived through it, and I know by me posting these videos and continue to do it and continue to be open and transparent will help the next person. I don't know what it is that it do for you, but it's probably doing something for you. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in for another episode. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Love you. Bye.